Okay. Good morning, all of you. In the previous class, we have discussed about the SLR parsing table. Now, in this class, I am going to explain you canonical CR. This is second LR model in LR parsers. So, the second one is CLR, that is canonical LR. So, here almost approach is same. So, how to construct a SLR parsing table? So, total 4 steps. The first one is first write the augmented grammar. The second one is construct canonical LR of 0 items. And the third one is construct a table. And the fourth one is stack implementation. So here also the same approach is there. So the first one is same augmented grammar. So augmented grammar means nothing but add one new production to the given grammar. And the second one is, so whereas in the SLR, we can call it as SLR or SLR of 1 or canonical LR of 0 items. Almost all are same. Names are same. SLR, construct SLR or construct SLR of 1 or construct canonical LR of 0 items. Both are same. Whereas in CLR, construct CLR or construct LR of 1 items. Construct, the second one is canonical LR of 1 items. 1. So here the lookout symbol is 1, whereas here the lookout symbol is 0. So 0 means we have to construct SLR. Whereas the lookout symbol 1 means we have to construct CLR. The question may be asked like this. Construct CLR or construct LR of 1. Both are same. CLR or LR of 1. Whereas in this case SLR or SLR of 1 or LR of 0. So almost here also we have to follow the same procedure, but we are mainly concentrating on the first 3 steps. No need to go to the stack implementation. So here the first one is the augmented grammar. So the main difference between the SLR and CLR is the change is this one. We have to add one new symbol, extra symbol. So suppose in SLR, generally we are using, the production is like this, A2 alpha dot B. Like, suppose like this, A2 dot AB. And the next one is, by using the goto operation, the dot is moving to the right hand side. Next one, A2 AA dot B. And finally, the production is like this, A to AA B dot. So here also the approach is same. Starts with the dot and the dot is moving to the right hand side. But here the thing is, here we have to add one new extra symbol. We have to include a terminal symbol as A in the second component in an item. Suppose it is the production, then here we have to add one new symbol, that is A. So here it is the lookout symbol and the lookout symbol is 1. So LR of 1. This 1 means nothing but this one. Lookout symbol. So remaining everything is same. Only the difference is this one. In SLR we have only one component. That means the right hand side we have only one component. But whereas in the CLR, the right hand side we have 2 components. The first part is production. It is almost same as the SLR part. And the second component is lookahead symbol. Second one is the lookahead symbol. Now, same way in SLR, like in CLR also, we have to perform the same operations. So in SLR, how to construct the canonical LR of 0 items? So first we have to apply the dot operator. Next one, by using the goto and the closure set operations, we have calculated the set of states like I0, I1, I2, I3. Same way here also. Here this is CLR. Now we have to, the step 2 is we have to calculate the construction of canonical LR of 1 items. LR of 1 items. So here also we have to use these two functions go to and closure, and we have to compute the canonical LR of one items. Now we will see the definitions of go to and closure set functions. Almost both are same. Both go to and closure operations, the operation point of view both are same in SLR as well as CLR. Only the difference is in SLR we have only one component, whereas in CLR we have two components. Suppose if you take the production like this, suppose this is the production A2 alpha dot B beta. For example, take if you are in SLR means the procedure is like this. Suppose after performing the go to operation, the production is like this. A2 alpha dot B beta. It is a go to result. Now apply closure set operation. So how to perform the closure set operation? So here now we have to check it whether the dot followed by it is a terminal symbol or non-terminal symbol. Suppose the dot followed by terminal symbol means no need to add any new productions. Whereas in this case, suppose dot followed by non-terminal means we have to add the productions. Suppose here in this case dot followed by B. What is B? B is a non-terminal and the B production is like this. B2 gamma. Then we can add like this. B2 dot gamma. B2 dot gamma. Again the operation is the same operation will be continued. Again dot followed by whether it is a terminal or non-terminal. Suppose if it is a terminal, then the process is completed. Suppose if it is a non-terminal, again write the productions. Okay. So the same process will be repeated until dot followed by terminal symbol. So this is about SLR. So the same approach is applied to the CLR also. Suppose this is the production A2 alpha dot B beta. In the CLR mix we have two components. After performing the go to operation, the result is like this. A2 alpha dot B beta and the second component is A. So this is about CLR. In CLR, after performing the go to operation, the result is like this. A2 alpha dot B beta comma the second component is lookout symbol A. Now the difference is A. So here without A, here with A. The procedure is same. So here again you have to check it. Again the result we have two components. Suppose dot followed by B. What is B? B is a non-terminal. So you have to write the B productions like this. What is B? B is a non-terminal. And the production is gamma, B2 gamma. So you have to write B2 dot gamma. Same way SLR. A2 alpha dot B beta, where dot followed by B is a non-terminal. So write the non-terminal production B2 dot gamma. Here also B2 dot gamma. And the thing is now here we have to write the lookahead symbol. So how to write the lookahead symbol means here we have to follow the formula is first of beta A. So this is the change. Entire part, the first part is no change. The first part is almost it is same as in SLR parsing table. Only the difference is the lookahead symbol. So how to find out the lookahead symbol means the formula is first of beta A. What is beta? So here B is a non-terminal. B followed by beta. So here beta means nothing but B followed by symbol. Beta. And what is A? A is a lookahead symbol. So first of beta A. Once you have calculated first of beta A, the result is nothing but the lookahead symbol. So this is the output. Suppose here in this case A2 alpha dot B beta comma A. So here dot followed by non-terminal. So write the B production. Suppose B2 dot gamma. And B. What is B? B means nothing but terminal B in first of beta A result. So the first of beta A, this is beta and this is A. First of beta A result is B. Then you can write like this. So this is about closure operation. So closure operation, SLR, CLR almost the same. Only the difference is in CLR we have to add one extra symbol, extra component, that is the lookahead symbol. The first part is almost same as the SLR part. The second part is how to get the lookahead symbol means by using the formula is first of beta here. What is beta? This one. So this is B followed by A. So beta here. So this is B. B followed by beta. Beta A. Beta means this one and A means lookahead symbol. So we have to compute first of beta here. Then only we can get this lookahead symbol value. So this is about closure operation. And the go to operation. See, suppose for example take in SLR, take I0 state, the output is like this. Suppose in I0 state, the productions are like this, A2 dot APB, then we can perform the go to operation. So go to I0 comma, so dot followed by symbol is A. So what is the result? Simply dot is moving to the right hand side. The result is A2 A dot B B. So here also same. In CLR also, the go to operation meaning is same. Suppose take in CLR I0 A2 dot A B B, same production. And the lookahead symbol is, for example, take the lookahead symbol is B. Because in CLR, we have two components are there. This is the first component and the second component is the lookahead symbol. So here the lookahead symbol is D. For example, take D. Now perform go to operation. Same. Go to of I0. What is the grammar symbol? Gain. Now the result is like this. So the main purpose of the go to is dot is moving to the right hand side. So A to A dot B B. Whenever we are performing the go to operation, there is no change in lookahead symbol. So in this case, the dot simply dot is moving to the right hand side. So A dot B B, and what is the lookahead symbol P? D. So you have to write the same symbol. So in this way you have to perform the go to operation. So go to operation almost the same as the SLR. Even though it is here, there is no change in lookahead symbol. Whenever we are performing any go to operation for a particular production, the particular production having some lookahead symbol, so we have to write the same lookahead symbol. But whereas, so this is go to operation. But whereas in closure set operation, so after performing the go to, this is the result. Now apply closure set. That means dot followed by terminal or non-terminal. Suppose if it is a non-terminal means write non-terminal productions, comma, first of beta A. First of beta A. Okay. So by using these two functions, go to and closure set operations, we have to calculate the canonical sets of LR of 1 items. Canonical LR of 1 items. Okay. Next one. So by using this algorithm, we have to calculate the LR of 1 items. So first one, apply the go to operation. Next one, after performing the go to operation, we have to perform closure set operations. Okay. By using these two functions, we have to compute the LR of 1 items like SLR. Now, suppose a production having, see, this is the first part and this is the second part. Comma is the separator. The first part is same, A to alpha dot B, A to alpha dot B, A to alpha dot B. The first part is same. Only the difference is the second part. Suppose in the second part, the lookahead symbol is A1. Next one, the lookahead symbol is A2. Like that, the lookahead symbol is AM. The first part is same, only the difference is the second part. Then, this type of productions we can recognize like this. A2, the first part is same, that is alpha dot B. And you can write like this, A1 slash A2 slash so on, A. Because here the locate symbol is 1. The length is 1 only. So A1. We can take A1 R, A2 R, A3 R, like that, A, N. So here the length of the locate symbol is 1 only. It should not be AB. Either A or B, okay. But AB as invalid. AB as invalid. Whenever the first component is same, we can match those productions like this. Now we will see one example. So construct CLR parsing table for the following grammar, and this is the grammar S2CC, C2CC, C2D. So here the given grammar contains only two non-terminal symbols S and C and two terminal symbols small c and small d. Now what is the step 1? Whether it is SLR, CLR, whatever it is, the step 1 is same. The step 1 is augmented grammar. So first write the augmented grammar. So step 1. So augmented grammar means nothing but add new production to the given grammar. So here the given grammar is S2, CC, C2, CC, C2, D. So this is the given grammar. Now we add new production. So we add S dash 2. So the symbol should be the starting symbol of the given grammar. That is S. Otherwise the grammar becomes useless. So it should be a starting symbol of the grammar. So this is the augmented grammar. Same as in SLR. Now in step 2 is, what is step 2? So step 2 is construct canonical items. Canonical LR of 1 items. So in this step, so first we have to apply the dot operator. So this is very, very important. So take the first production S dash 2 dot S. S dash 2 dot S. So this is a CLR problem. So CLR problem means we have two components. What is the first component? The first component is a production. And what is the second component? The second component is a locate symbol. So here we have to write the locate symbol separated by comma. So by default the locate symbol is $. So initially we have to write the locate symbol is $. By default. Okay. So this is the first step. Step 2 means first apply the dot operator. What is the initial? What is the first step? What is the first production? So here the first production is S dash 2 S. So first apply the dot operator. S dash 2 dot S, comma, because it is a CLR having two components. The first component is the production and the second component is the locate symbol. So initially take the locate symbol is $. Now again apply the closure set operation like in SLR. Suppose what is the formula? Closure set formula A2 alpha dot B beta comma A2. Suppose the production is of the form A2 alpha dot B beta comma A, then you have to write like this. Suppose dot followed by B. B is a non-terminal. So write the B production. Suppose the B production is like this, B2 gamma. Then you can add B2 dot gamma. B2 dot gamma. That is the first part. And how to write the second part? So here, with the help of the formula. What is the formula? First of beta A. We have to compute the first of beta A. What is beta? So here beta means this one, B followed by symbol beta, and A means locate symbol. So this result you can add here. Now apply A2. Now this production is applied to that form A2 alpha dot B beta comma A. Now what is B? B means yes. B means yes. Beta means epsilon. A means $. Now B is a, so here dot followed by S is a non-terminal. So write the Same way here dot followed by B is a non-terminal, write the B productions. Like that, dot followed by S. So write the S productions. S2. The production is CC. Now we can write S2 dot CC. This is the first component. And how to write the second component? The formula is calculate first of beta A. Now what is first of beta A here? First of beta A. What is beta? So first of, so beta means nothing but B followed by symbol. So here B means yes. What is beta? Beta means here there is no symbol. That means epsilon. Beta means epsilon. What is A? A is a lookout symbol. So here the lookout symbol is dollar. So what is the result? First of epsilon into dollar is dollar. So first of dollar is dollar. So here the lookout symbol value is dollar. Okay. See, the first part is same as in SLR. Dot followed by S. So write the S production S2 dot CC. But here in the CLR we have to compute the second part also. How to compute the second part means here the formula is first of beta A. Next one. Now the first production is over. Now come to the second production. Now what is the second production? Again it compared with A2 alpha dot B beta comma A. Dot followed by C. What is C? C is a non-terminal. So C having two productions. So write the first part dot C C2 dot B. So these two productions are derived from here only. Now what is B? B means this C. Now how to find out or how to calculate the lookout symbol? What is the formula? First of beta A. Now what is beta? So in this case beta means C. That means first of. So here beta means capital C. What is A? Dollar. First of C. What is first of C? C is a non-terminal. First of C means C or D. So C comma D. C comma D. So the first of beta A result is C comma D. That means here it is the length of the lookout symbol is 1. So you can write C or D. Same way C or D. Because these two productions are derived from here only. Whereas in this case, this S production is derived from here only. Here the lookout symbol is first of beta A, that is dollar. Whereas in this case C is derived from here only. These productions are derived from here only. Find first of beta A. In this case beta means C, A means dollar. First of C means CRT, CRT. Now this production is also completed. Next one, third production. Dot followed by C. Terminal symbol. No need to add the new production. Same way dot followed by D. It is a terminal symbol. No need to add the new production. Okay. So in this way, first in this way we have to calculate the LR of one items. Okay. So the first one starts with S dash to dot S. Initially take the lookout symbol is dollar. Next one, each and every production is compared with A2 alpha dot B beta comma A. After that, suppose dot followed by B, then you have to write the B production, and then first of by using this formula, first of beta A, we have to compute, we have to calculate the lookout symbol like this. Now I can draw the transition diagram. Again, the same step is repeated here. Suppose S dash to dot S comma dollar. Main thing is this is the comma A2 alpha dot B beta comma A. Solution is B2 dot comma first of beta A. This is closure set formula. So S2 S productions dot CC. So here the result is dot CC comma dollar. Next one dot followed by C. So C2 dot CC. C2 dot D. First of beta here. Beta means C. First of C means either C or D. Either C or D. Dot followed by C terminal, dot followed by D terminal. So there is no new productions. So this is I naught. I naught. Next one. First apply go to operation and then closure set operation. Now our intention is the dot is moving to the right hand side. Suppose there is no second component means nothing but it is nothing but a SLR. So same procedure. Whatever we have followed in the SLR, same procedure is applied here, the first part. First apply go to and then closure set operation. So here what is the first production? S dash to dot S. So go to. So input symbol is yes. So what is the result? First apply go to operation. The go to operation meaning the purpose of the go to function is the dot is moving to the right hand side. So here the output is S dash to S dot and there is no change in lookahead symbol, that is dollar. This is the go to result. Now apply closure set operation. So dot followed by whether it is a terminal or non-terminal. Suppose if it is a non-terminal means apply this formula. But whereas in this case dot followed by there is no symbol. So there is no closure operation. So this is I1. It is a new set of item I1. Next one. Dot followed by C. It is a capital C. First apply go to. Whenever we are performing the go to operation, simply the dot is moving to the right hand side and there is no change in lookahead symbol. So the result is S2 C dot C and there is no change in lookahead symbol. Simply the dot is moving to the right hand side. So C dot C. This is go to result. Now apply the closure set operation. Apply the closure set operation. What is the closure set operation? Suppose dot followed by B, dot followed by non-terminal means we have to write the productions also. Whereas in this case dot followed by C is a non-terminal. So write C productions. One is dot CC, second one is C2 dot CC. Okay. Next one, find first of beta here. What is beta and what is A? So in this case beta is epsilon. So epsilon into A means dollar. Epsilon into dollar is dollar. So first of dollar is dollar. So this is the dollar and this is the dollar. Sorry. So the second production is B. Here the second production is B. And the lookahead symbol is first of beta A. So here beta means epsilon, A means dollar. Apply that formula. So dot followed by terminal, dot followed by terminal. No need to add any new productions. So this is I2. Next one, small c. Small c is capital C. This one is small c. Now first apply C2 C dot C slash C or D. Again dot, this is the go to result. Now apply closure set operation. Dot followed by C. C is a non-terminal. So write C production. C2 dot CC C2 dot D. Now find the lookahead symbol. The formula is first of beta here. So in this case what is beta? Epsilon. A means CRD. So first of CRD means same result. CRD. Now dot followed by terminal, dot followed by terminal. So this is I3. Next one, D. The result is first apply go to operation. C2 D dot CRD. There is no closure operation here. So this is I4. Now till now I0 is completed. The first part is almost same as in CLR. Only the difference is the second part. The closure set operation. Whenever we perform the closure set operation means dot followed by non-terminal is there. So write that production, and by using the formula, this formula, first of beta A, we have to calculate the lookup symbol. Now the first part I naught is completed. Next I1 is already completed. Next I2. What is the first symbol? Capital C. Because this is capital C and this is small c. S2CC, this is capital C, this is small c, both are different. So the output is first apply, go to operation. So simply dot is moving to the right hand side. So CC dot comma dollar. So this is I5. There is no closure operation. Next one. Next input symbol is small c. So the result is C2 C dot C comma C2 C dot C comma dollar, because the dot is moving to the right hand side. Now again apply this formula, dot followed by C. C is a non-terminal, so dot CC C2 dot D. First of beta A. What is beta? Epsilon. A means dollar. First of dollar is dollar. So this is new set of item I6. Next one. D. The result is C2 D dot comma dollar. What is the item number? C. If you observe I4, the first part is same, C2 D dot. Here also the first part is same, C2 D dot. But the second component is different. Whereas here C or D, in this case, the second component is dollar. That means both are different. No need, it is not possible to give the same numbering. So this is I4 and this is new number I7. Now I2 completed, I3. First input symbol is capital C. So C2 CC dot CRD. Okay, capital C. So this is I8. Next one, small c. So what is the output? C2, C dot C, and the same. Again, I3 is repeated. You can give the number I3. Even though here in this case the lookup symbol is also same. That's why you can give the same number. Next one, D. So C2 D dot comma CRD. So C2 D dot CRD. So the result is I4. So I3 completed, I4 already completed, I5 completed, now I6. First input symbol is capital C. So here the result is C2 CC dot comma dollar. Here C2 CC dot, first part is same but the second part is different. So better to give new number. This is I9. Next one, small c. What is the result? C2 C dot C comma dollar. Again I6 is repeated. Next D. C2 D dot comma dollar. That means I7 repeated. So this is I6 completed, I7 completed, I8 completed, and then I9 completed. So total 10 steps. So in this way we have calculated the canonical LR of one items. So this is second step. And what is the third step? The third step is table. The third step is table. So almost the table is same as the construction of SLR parsing table. Only the difference is reduction operation. Remaining all are same. So this is the algorithm. By using this algorithm, we have to construct the canonical LR parsing table. So here the first one is construct. See I0, I1, so I1. This part is already over. And the second one is, the second part is the action part. So all of you know that in the action part, it contains terminals in the given grammar, and in the action part we have to perform total 4 operations. One is shift operation, second one is reduce operation, accept condition and error. So here almost in SLR, CLR, the action part is, the shift operation is same. See, A2 alpha dot A beta comma lookup symbol is B. It is in I. Then go to of I comma A equal to Ij. Then action of I comma A. What is I? Completed end state. I comma dot followed by symbol. The result is shift J. Almost the same as in SLR parsing table. See, the shift part and the go to operation. These two are same as in SLR. In these two conditions, we need not bother about the lookup symbol, whatever it is. We need not bother about the lookup symbol. Whatever we have followed in SLR parsing table, these shift operation and go to operations, both are followed here also same. There is no change. Only the change is reduce operation. This one. In SLR, we have to calculate the follow. Then it is possible to perform the reduce operation. Whereas in this case, it is no need to calculate the follow function in CLR. Instead of follow, here we have to use the lookup symbols. We have to use the lookup symbols. Suppose the production ends with A2 alpha dot A, it is ends with II. Then the action of I comma. So previously this value is the follow of the left hand side value. But whereas in this case this A means nothing but the lookup value. Okay. So action of I comma A to reduce the operation. Same it is all of you know that default condition. I comma dot, 1 comma dollar is accepted condition. For the remaining all are errors. Now by using this algorithm, we have to construct the table. Now this is the step 2 and now we will go to step 3. In the step 3 means we have total 3 parameters, 3 columns. First one is the state. So here we have total 10 states are there, I0 to I9, total 10 states. And the second part is the action table. In the action table means it takes only terminals in the given grammar. So here the terminals are C, D, and also we have to include the dollar. So total 3 symbols. And the third parameter is, the third column is go to. So go to means non-terminals in the given grammar. So yes and C. So first draw the table. So state. Next one action. So action means only 3 symbols, C, D, dollar. Next one go to means yes, C. Go to means yes, C. So this is the table. The first part is state, the second part is action. The action part contains only terminal symbols in the given grammar, and you have to include the dollar. Go to function means it takes only non-terminals in the given grammar, that is yes and C. So we have total 10 states. So starts with 0. So 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So total 10 states, 0 to 9. Now, by using this transition diagram, we have to perform shift operation and go to operations. Same as in SLR. See, this is the I naught and this is the capital S. Capital S means go to operation. So state 0 comma capital S. So go to of state comma non-terminal, the result is state only. Whereas the action part state comma terminal symbol means here we have to perform shift operation. So the first one is I naught comma capital S moving to 1, capital C moving to 2. So yes, C 1 2, I naught 1, C 2. Next I naught small c moving to I3, D moving to I4. So terminal symbol means we have to perform shift operation. So S3 and S4. So shift operation S3 and S4 like SLR. So I naught completed. Next I1. I1 no transition. Next I2 capital C 5. I2 capital C 5. 2 capital C 5. Next 2 small c moving to I6 shift operation. D moving to I7 again shift operation. So C D S6 and S7 I2 C S6 D S7. Next I3 capital C moving to 8. I3 capital C moving to 8. I3 small c same state 3. I3 D I4. So S3 and S4 I3. S3 and S4. I4 no transition. I5 no transition. I6 capital C 9. I6 capital C 9. I6 capital C 9. I6 small c S6 small c small d S7. S6 and S7. I6 completed. I7 completed. I8 completed. I9 completed. So till now the shift operation is over. The shift operation is over. Now perform reduce operation. Now we have total 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 productions are there. So the first one is S dash to yes. The second one is S to CC. The third one is C to CC. The fourth one is C to D. C to D. So this is new production. The given grammar is S to CC, C to CC, C to D. So you can give the number. This is R1, this is R2, and this is R3. Now reduction operation means each and every production ends with some state. Like S dash to S dot ends with some state. S2CC dot ends with some state, ends with some state, ends with some state. We will see one by one. So the first one, S dash to S dot ends with I1, and what is the lookout symbol? Dollar. The lookout symbol is the dollar, ends with I1. Next one, S2CC dot. S2CC dot. This one. See here, S2CC dot ends with I5, and the lookout symbol is dollar. S2CC dot. S2CC dot, lookout symbol is dollar and ends with I5. I5. Next, S2CC dot. Okay, there is no more production. I5 dollar. I5 dollar. Next one, C2CC dot. C2CC dot. If you observe C2CC dot, here this is the one production, C2CC dot, comma dollar, ends with I9. That is one option. And the second option is C2CC dot CRD, ends with 8. So we have total two possibilities. So we have to include these two possibilities. So one is, the first one is C2CC dot CRD, ends with I8. Next one more possibility, CC dot comma dollar, ends with I9. Ends with I9. One is I8 and second one is I9. Same way, C2D dot ends with I4. C2D dot ends with I7, 47. Suppose C2C dot CRD ends with I4. C2D dot dollar ends with I7. So these are the production ends with, these are the states and having the lookout symbols like dollar CRD like that. Now perform the reduction operation. Now in this case, the first one, the first production ends with 5. Now the entry is action of 5 comma dollar. Whereas in SLR we have to calculate the follow operation. At that time we have to choose 5 comma follow of yes. Whereas in this case no need to calculate the follow operation. Instead of follow operation here, we have to take the lookout symbol. So action of 5 comma dollar. So action of 5 comma dollar. The operation is 1, reduction 1. Next one, the second one, second reduction. So second reduction, the second production is ends with two different states, having two different lookout symbols. So R2 ends with I8 state. The lookout symbols are C and D. So you can write C, A, C and AD. AC and AD, you can write R2. C, D. Same state, I mean say the same grammar ends with I9 state also. So here the action is 9 comma dollar. You have to write R2. So 9 comma dollar, write R2. Next one, last production. Again the last production ends with two different states. The first one state is 4. So the entry is 4C, 4D, write R3. This is R3, 4C, 4D, R3. And next one is $7 R3. $7 R3. So in this way we have performed reduction operation. And one more thing is accepted condition. So here S dash comma S dot comma dollar is in II, then the action of I comma dollar is accepted condition. That means S dash to S dot ends with first state I1. So action of 1 comma dollar is accepted condition. Okay, remaining blanks are errors. So in this way we have calculated or we have constructed the CLR parsing table. Okay, thank you.